had this idea which I call Finishline fever. You know, a lot of times people, they start out their lives with a lot of time and reflection, long afternoons spent outside or working on homework or reading a book. People grow up in quiet little neighborhoods, and then at some point, somehow, a person becomes famous and they start not just doing the work that made them famous, but they're going on talk shows, they're in memes, they're in videos, they're invited to do this and that, to speak at a conference, to talk at a dinner, to go on the Tonight Show or whatever. And they publicize their personal life too. They make jokes on social media, they comment on tragedies, they have a whole brand and personality, and all the things that sort of went into making their past become itemized as they are transformed into punchlines, finish lines, you know, confetti and congratulations. And I call this finish line fever, that idea that at a certain point you might become so famous for your wisdom or insight or your personality that you lose touch with the things that made you so grounded and connected to begin with. Not only do we spend so much time isolated, but we also spend so little time with the lights off, looking out the window, watching the rain, going for a walk and smelling nature and not being overwhelmed by people or things that demand that we put on a personality. I think that there's something to be said for longing, for looking out your window at night and wondering what might come next, or sitting with a feeling undistracted and asking yourself how it really feels without ever needing to translate it for anyone else into something that could garner applause. Our youth is so often spent with these moments of the indescribable, late nights and early morning classes, and everything is disconnected, is formless and structureless as we try and figure out who we are in the world. And then at some point the structure comes in, whether from us or from our employer or whomever, and we start to fall into rhythms and patterns that limit how many times we look out at the stars at night, or how often we stay up late talking. And especially now, maybe more than in the past, it feels like this consumes our lives, so that even people who aren't, crossing one finish line after the next, maybe they've got checklist fever anyway, or alarm clock fever. I don't know. So then it seems that almost everyone is locked out of just feeling something, just watching a flag flutter in the wind at night, or looking out of their window at the world. Anyway, it has been an incredible weekend, 10 out of 10. What's the word? Watch me try to put this feeling into a video when the very point of it all is that there's importance, there's significance in the unquantifiable, the undigested, the fiber of the mental world, just those things which are exactly what they are and cannot be broken down without disappearing altogether.